So I poisoned the wasps. I remembered I had some high strength poison underneath the house. And that's them there, all being poisoned. Basically coated that bottom window so you can see it sort of glistening. Coated that bottom windowsill with a ridiculous poison. Now they're sort of all really pissed off. Some of them, as you can see, are dead already. Some of them are even just flopping. Oh, okay, some of them are climbing up there. We'll go inside because wasps are bad. Definitely think it's killing them.
So, just got my form from my FBI criminal history check, which I need to get done for my visa. And they said that my fingerprints weren't good enough, and I've been waiting a good couple of weeks since the money came out of my account, and that came out of my account like 8 weeks after I'd sent in the form initially, and this has just been pretty much a nightmare. So I did my fingerprints myself, which probably wasn't the best idea, but I feel like maybe they could have emailed me or something so I could have gotten this done a couple weeks ago rather than waited for it to come in the mail and have them spend $2.90 on it. And so basically in the US you can go into any police office thing and get your fingerprints done, presumably for free, I guess. That's what I found on the internet. And here it's like $50 to get your fingerprints done, and I am so sick of spending money on this thing, it's not even funny. So I'm now researching to see if there's any way to get free fingerprints done in Australia. We'll see. I'm not finding anything right now, but I'd really prefer that I didn't have to pay $50. That would be fantastic. So I'm just really stressed out right now because of how stupid this is. And I might still have to get fingerprints done again for a state one if they say I need a state one.
So we're in the garage again, and we're in here despite the wasps in the other room over here, which are all, I don't know if you can see, all crawling over that window there. Can we see them? Yes, we can. As you can see, they're falling and not looking too healthy because I poisoned them. Die! So hopefully they'll all die. That would be good. But we're in here because, I mean, they're over there, I'm sure it's fine. But we're in here because I'm going to make some stuff. I've got this old thing. It's a square thing, crossy thing. At the old house, we used it as a foot rack. Not a foot rack, sorry, a shoe rack. But now that this new house has, something else I made, an old bookshelf crappy thing that I painted up and then, well, that I constructed and then painted up. We're using that as a shoe rack instead, so we don't need this thing. Well, so it didn't really hold many shoes, only like 8 maybe. Pairs, I mean. Now we've got the thing instead, so I'm going to turn this into something else. Basically what I'm doing is I've got some spare lumber, some more over there, and I'm going to turn it into a table, because it's just been sitting next to the barbecue at present, and I occasionally rest barbecue related implements on it. So we're going to take that and actually turn it into something that I can put barbecue implements on, rather than resting them precariously lengthways.
I finished my nano word count, and now we're going to watch the thrones. I'm excited.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be pretty simple. I'm just planning on like cutting this maybe in half. It's going to be pretty solid too once it's done. Cutting this in half and then maybe another one in half, and then just literally drilling them straight onto the bit of thing. doesn't have to be perfect. It's not for anything in particular, but I'm thinking, yeah, we'll take a look. We'll take a look. Doesn't hurt.
What kind of cake are we making?
I don't know, I didn't read the box. But, here, you can read the box.
Supreme raspberry swirl cake.
I bet it's nowhere near as nice as that look. It's
I
gonna
agree.
look way crap. Although if you'd let me make it different colours.
No, I don't like food coloring in stuff that doesn't need food coloring.
What needs food colouring?
Nothing.
Also, you saying you don't like food colouring? Those are your words.
Unnecessary.
Because this is YouTube, I'm actually going to be safe about this. Look, I've got enclosed shoes with steel caps, and just as importantly, ear protection, which I haven't used actually since I built the chest that's in the living room. They're good though, I can't hear anything now. Yeah, that works. It doesn't not work. And again, pretty much right. Like, I don't often measure, like exactly. Some things I will, you know, if I want it to be perfect. But something like this, it just doesn't need to be perfect. So the whole measure twice, cut once thing, it's a bit stupid because like, that's a lot of effort to go to when no one's going to appreciate it, it's just for me. As you heard me state previously, it does not need to be perfect. It just needs to be something I can rest my barbecue tools on safely. Safety. Alright, I think I saw some screws in here, so we'll take a look through this. See, of course this happens right after I discuss safety. Alright, I got a box of power tools fall on my leg, that's fine.
Okay, go.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. Oh dear.
How about you use a spoon for the drops?
Okay. And stir it through with a flat-bladed knife.
They're not done yet. Not supposed to mix it all up. It's not supposed to be pink. It's supposed to be swirly.
Well, I'm making it swirly, look.
You're stirring it completely in there.
It's swirly.
It's pink is what it is.
Swirly.
You still have so much left, Cal. Stop.
What? Oh, is it gonna sit in big clumps?
You're supposed to swirl it when it's all done.
It's not what the box said.
It is what the box said. Do you look at the picture?
No. Did previously have a really big old box of old crappy screws, but they were massive, and I had a sinking feeling that I might have tossed them out, which would have been stupid of me. We have a conundrum, YouTube. We have a conundrum. I have two screws, neither of which have heads, because apparently that's how we deal with this. That even then wouldn't really work. But if I abandon this now, I'm not going to want to do it again later. So, here's what we're going to do. We're solving this problem. I'm going to take these screws, the longest I can find, which, as you can see, are still going to be much too short. Much too short. And we're going to pre-drill the hole, and then we're going to pre-drill another hole wider on top for the head. So I'll pre-drill it down to like here, so that the screw when in will sit down here rather than flush. Because as I said, I would prefer probably to have bigger screws. I'm wondering, I've got that old bent nail on the outside, or if I leave it on the outside. as a hanging thing. Yeah, that'd actually be cool. See, plans change, which is why I try not to make too many of them. Is still okay? He looks like he might be dead.
He might be dead.
Is he breathing?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw an ear twitch.
And his teeth are poking out.
His teeth are always poking out. That's not indicative of whether or not he's alive. That's indicative of he is Thor. Oh, his ears are gone. I guess he's okay. I've got a little thing I can hang stuff off. That easy. People make a lot of fuss about doing, little handy jobs. And honestly, they shouldn't. I mean, this sort of stuff, it's not hard. My brother's wife saw the chest I built and wants a toy chest for her daughters. I said that was fine, obviously. I didn't mind doing it. I mean, it's pretty cheap to make stuff out of pallets, and the thing is, normally pretty good wood. But my first foolish thought was, why didn't Adam, my brother, just do it? Like, as long as he gets a hold of the pallets, it's not difficult. But apparently this sort of thing is just beyond him. And I just don't understand that. Like, he says, apparently it's because Dad never taught him how to use power tools. Well, Dad never taught me how to use power tools. You just, like, it's a drill. It's not, building a robot from scratch. Like, it does, what, 4 things maybe? Drills holes, puts screws in holes, takes screws out of holes. 3 things. Sure, you could do other stuff with it, but like, it's not hard to figure out. You pick it up, you go, you're done. Sander, it sands. I just don't understand. And I get some people aren't handy, but I think it's like one of those situations for me where, because that's not the way I am, I can't physically comprehend people being that way, It's like, okay, poignant thought, gay marriage. I just don't care. I just don't care if gay people get married. So go ahead, get married, They should be as happy or miserable as other married people. I'm happy, hello wife. But I just don't comprehend why people give such a shit about it. Like, if you're not gay, then you're not gonna marry a gay person, are you? There's one type of person that is affected by gay marriage. Right? I don't know. But look, relating deep political thoughts to handiwork. Grab it, yeah. You go over the back leg. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
This isn't normal. Belly rubs.
He doesn't like belly rubs. He hates belly rubs. If he was awake, Thor, he'd be killing us all.